farms. I'm just gonna say this real quick. It is hot today. I think it's supposed to get to like 104, 105. So I'm gonna try not to make this video too long. I just kind of wanted to talk to y'all about some stuff that I learned about corn. Specifically developing better cobs. Because I've had some issues in the past where our cobs only were partially formed, or there was only a few of good kernels on a cob, and that's just a waste. You want your cob, depending on the variety, to average about 500 to 600 kernels per cob. So I'm going to show y'all some of our corn, and let's get some facts out. And I hope that y'all share these and send our video to friends, anything like that, to help promote our channel as it is growing and still small. Please feel free to share. Okay, so this is our corn. Back up so y'all can see how tall it is. It's pretty tall. I'd say some of those are 7, 7.5, almost 8 foot tall. I'm only 5'5", and they drastically outgrow me. So let's talk real quick about these. These right here that grow on the top of the plant are the male flowers, and I forget the term, but I believe it's Theseus, I believe is the term for corn, and it just means that it has, which this is unlike most grains, it has both male and female flowers on the same plant. And the flowers, the male flowers right here, actually fall into the female flowers, which start out in the armpit of the plant right here. And what it'll do is these will fall, these little dark colored pollen things will fall right into the armpits, and that's how they pollinate. So that's the first step. The second step is later on, once these tassels form, you want them to get repollinated again by another male, which I thought was really cool how they needed 2 sets of pollination. So let's look at some of this corn. You can see it's got its tassels coming out of the top. These look a little dry, not gonna lie. We haven't been here in a couple days, so I didn't get to water yesterday. We did a farmer's market. You see how these are building up in this right here? That's what you want. You want them to fall into the top. And let's see, go a little farther down. It's a tight row. Here we go, there's some space. Okay, so the first thing that will lose water if your corn is lacking water is these tassels. Those tassels and the top tassels, the male flower and the female, those are the first thing that will go down. And you don't want these to dry out, because if they dry out prematurely, then your cobs will not fully form. You only get some pollination, and you won't be able to like spruce it back up to where it will continue. Also, there's some debate about watering. I personally think it's smarter to water the ground versus the foliage, because if you water the foliage, you have the risk of, knocking off some of your tassel, which is something you need for pollination. You have the risk of knocking these off prematurely, and you really just don't want that. Now, another thing that I've heard some people talk about is how the corn cross-pollinates really easily. It does, but it also doesn't. It kind of depends. Like, you want to plant the same variety in a field together, like in a clump, like I have it. And that way, so if this plant doesn't pollinate these, well, at least it has the chance of helping pollinate the other ones. So that's something to think about. And if you want to collect seed, of course, you're going to want to plant your varieties probably about 100 feet apart. They say that wind pollinates them, and that the wind can carry the seed pods 500 foot. But I really think you're probably safe at about 100, 150. Well, anyways, by the way, this is a sweet golden bantam corn, and it is a great variety for this Texas weather. It's only 68 days to maturity, and so it's doing really, really well. It's done better than our popcorn over there. As you can see, it's really dried up, not looking great, but this corn looks fantastic. We've had some grasshopper issues, but I really don't think they're bothering them all that much. But anyways, thank y'all so much for joining us. We love having y'all, and we love getting some comments about things that you have questions about. We love answering them, going through and helping however we can. Go ahead and give this video a like. Subscribe if you want to hear more in the future about different varieties of crops. So we have quite a few going on right now. And share with your friends. Thank y'all so much. Bye.